Disco ball time, pantry party show time. Here's the thing. I cannot get this song out of my head. You know this song? It's like, you know where I go when I'm dancing in the Hamptons or something like that. Dancing in the Hamptons with you. Something like that. It's a very good song. So welcome to another episode of the Pantry Party Show with your host at DJ Blattner. I did extra lip plumper lip gloss. I put on a shoulderless gown basically because we have a guest today that is very special. Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl. That's her handle. And she's in, and let's get talking. Oh, let's get talking, girl. I got questions for you. Let me get you in here. Hang on. Hold, please. I got so much moisturizer on my hands. Hold, please. Here we go. Beauty girl. Oh, that's Diamond Girl. You're my Diamond Girl. Hey,
yeah.
What's up, girl? Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl. Thank you so much for doing the Pantry Party Show today.
Okay, I'm excited to be here, but let's just preface. I am not a cook, though through this quarantine, I've actually impressed myself and have been putting together some meals, but I need all your help, and I am like the last thing from a DIY chef, just to put it out there.
Okay, so I'm going to put it out there of really my agenda of having you on the show. You are Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl, and I feel like I have beauty questions. So for part of this, I'm putting your expertise.
I'm here for you, girl.
I know you are. I was thinking about our meeting story, and I believe we met on a set of a TV show, right?
We did when we were doing a style segment for Rent the Runway, and the style expert, and you were coming in like to do a girls' night, so I was styling you.
That's exactly right. I'm pretty sure that's when I was like, when did our love story begin? And yes, it was See Chicago. I was hosting that show. Yes. We did the Rent the Runway episode, and I met you, and I was like, girl, that girl knows how to do TV. And so you're like, yeah, because that's your background is as a beauty magazine editor, and then now you do everything on air.
Basically, yeah. I lived in New York for many years. I was a beauty editor here. Rex quickly wants to say hi because I'm home with my
Hello.
kids.
We're going to have to call your expertise in down the road.
But anyway, so I was a beauty editor for many years in New York. That's kind of where I learned everything on the job. Sorry. Wait. Okay. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what magazine did you work with?
I worked at, sadly, a lot of them are no longer around, like Shop, etc. I worked at Oprah for a little. I've written for Marie Claire, Cosmo 17, Women's Health. I mean, it just, runs
all
the
of
gamut.
them.
All of them. And that's really, I was not a major makeup person before I started. I learned all about the science of skin, all about makeup through testing, talking to all the experts. So it was one of those great educations, and I kind of fell in love with it because, it's not just the outside part of beauty. And I think that the science to skincare and everything is fascinating. And so that's really what my background is. And then I kind of went into the TV route, which has been super fun. I love live. I just think there's such great energy with live. So
I can't agree with you more. Now, of course, like I said, part of this is that I love your expertise, right? I love your advice. In fact, I have already activated something. I watched a segment on TV that you were doing, and I already activated advice of if you paint your nails, put your fingers in cold water, and it sets it.
Helps them dry faster.
What?
It's better than breathing on your nails because the humidity from your breath actually is not as effective as just like cold air, cold water, the cold air setting from a hair dryer.
These nails are because of you. So I was like, oh my gosh, if I get her, before we start talking about your pantry, I've got a couple of beauty things that I was thinking about as I was getting ready for this. One, do you feel incredible pressure? I felt incredible pressure coming on air with Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl. I was like, I put extra lip plumper, like lip gloss on, and I was like, oh my gosh.
You are
pressure?
You know, it's interesting because a lot of times when I meet with people, they're like, well, I put on lipstick today. And I'm kind of the opposite where my day to day, I'm like as minimal as it gets. And a lot of beauty editors are like very low maintenance. And then it's just when I go on air or whatever, I do think a bright lipstick is the one thing I'll do. But like last night I had extensions in, I finally took them out. I actually filmed, I have to put it together a how to because it was kind of intense. And I feel like if you have hair extensions in right now that normally you go to the salon to get them out. It's like, what do you do? But so I understand what you're saying, but I'm so not like this crazy glam girl. I don't have lash extensions. I just don't do a lot of the high maintenance upkeep. I'm more of like, you know, do what you can to look your best and feel like you. But, you know, my whole thing is beauty shouldn't be a bitch. So I subscribe.
I love it. I love that. That's, you know what, it's on your Instagram. And I think that's why I relate so well to your messages when I see you on air is I'm like, yeah, you make it very realistic and very doable. I mean, you obviously have kids. And so
Here's one of them.
Yeah, hello. You know, you have kids, you have a job, you have a family, you have all of this. And so it's like this sort of low maintenance, you know, not making it big drama. I love it. I think it's great advice.
I hope it helps people. I mean, I really just want to like add value in a positive way. I usually talk about things I love, not things that I hate, because it's like, why waste your breath on things that aren't even worth knowing about?
Yep. Okay. So obviously the question, I've seen you on air talking about this, and even you alluded to it now, is beauty tips, your favorite, your most important, whatever, during quarantine or during the safe at home time. You know, I know that I look to you for advice about manicures because I was used to get them. And now I'm like sort of painting I'm not calling them manicures at home that I'm doing. I'm not doing a manicure. I'm painting my nails. So what, I mean, during quarantine, do you have like best of beauty tips?
I do. Nails are a huge category right now because I think it's like one little thing you can do in terms of your beauty regimen to kind of feel normal. So I've talked a lot about that. And I actually yesterday, and it's still live right now, my NYX picks. I do that every Thursday. It's live at 3 o'clock, but then you can get these exclusive discounts on my picks of the week. So you can check that out. But I talked about like nail stickers that are custom made for your nails. They take 2 seconds to get on. They're 2 seconds to take off. You order them online and they're custom made for you. So that's really great. Even for taking off gels, I did a tutorial with how to do it with what you've got at home, and like the quick dry tip. And then a few other things, you know, people haven't really been talking about it, but now that we are in front of our screens so much more, we're not really thinking about all the blue light that's emitted, which is known to increase like aging. It's not good for our skin.
Don't say it. Don't say the A word around me, girl. I don't want to hear about it.
But the truth is that there's a new trend in more products that are coming out that I'm noticing, and they are taking that into consideration. And so their ingredients are helping to block some of that UV and the blue light radiation that's coming off. So I think like starting to think about skincare that also includes those types of blockers are great, you know, aside from just the glasses that we know about. So that's something to think about. And then I just think like this is a good time to kind of do like that no poo hair trend, which is like you don't have to wash your hair as much. Let it get dirty. It's actually not bad for your hair. Your hair creates natural oils. So don't look in the mirror. Like take some time off. I just feel like now's the time to do the detox. So going bare with your nails. Sometimes people can't stand the look of bare nails, but that's a good thing. So I just think like chill for a minute. You know, don't be so high maintenance.
I love that. That advice, doesn't that feel good to say? Like that is, and I like how you call it like a beauty detox. Like that is like, okay, well, I'm into that. I haven't, girl, I've been doing the no poo hair, and it is, what's your feeling on dry shampoo? We also got a question about mascara, by the way. So we're going to have a little bit of,
great.
At 12:15 Central Time, I'm going to tell us, okay, fine, we got to talk about the pantry. But
okay,
I've been like getting by with the no poo situation because I've been using dry shampoo. So is that cheating?
No, dry shampoo is totally fine. If your hair's so oily and greasy, it's easy. It's low maintenance. Just spritz it in and you're good. And there's a lot of good drugstore finds that are really good. So I think I'm all for it.
All right, fine. What about, we got a question about mascara. Favorite type of mascara right now?
Okay, there's a few. I love drugstore mascaras, truly, because the truth is the mascara is its best when you first open it, and then eventually it starts to dry out. So it's going to last maybe 3 months, but you'll notice that like you get the best results right away. So like CoverGirl Lash, you know, that's a great one. Everyone loves Maybelline Great Lash, but I really do love the CoverGirl. And then also, It Mascara did a collaboration with Drybar, and they created this great mascara that I'm loving right now. I recently talked about another one, which is like a boutique, a tiny little indie brand from a makeup artist based in Chicago called Fresemme. And I actually featured that as a NYX pick as well. So you can get that for like 45% off, which is ridiculous. It's like, I don't know. It's such a good deal. And that's really good for volumizing. So those are some of my top picks.
I like it. What did you say the name of the first one was? You said CoverGirl what?
Oh, it's like, it's really any of the CoverGirl mascaras. I can't think of like the name off the top of my head.
Well,
but
if everybody,
a really big tube, and if anyone remembers what it is.
Here's the thing. It's easy to get a hold of her. She's at Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl, so you could always DM her about this. The thing is like for me, mascara, I don't know if you see how much I use.
Your lashes look great.
No, I use so much mascara that it's like when you were like, oh, it could last up to 3 months. I was like, girl, my mascara lasts about 3 days a bottle.
Yeah, oh yeah, Lash Blast. Thank you. That's
good. Okay, fine.
And the one other thing is that
Lindsay, Lindsay,
falling prey to this too. Because when I talk about the beauty detox, but right now everyone is obsessing over all of the social media tutorials about like these crazy makeup looks that are full on glam and they're gorgeous, but it's like crazy contouring and baking. These are things that I don't do, and I kind of feel like baking should be left to the oven. But you can really get sucked in, which is almost like dangerous, because then you're feeling all this pressure by seeing all these other people do all these crazy glam looks. So I just feel like it's a good refresher to just like take a breath.
Yep. Let me just paraphrase. I'll paraphrase the last 10 minutes. It's basically your tip is lean into the chill, beauty detox, have a no poo situation with your hair, try and have some bare nails once in a while. I think it's great. Now, is there anything this I would really like to know? This isn't really pandemic quarantine related, but do you have any like super beauty like pet peeves, like things that you just know people do that you're like, stop doing it?
Falling asleep with your makeup on. I know so many people do it. It's just not okay. And at the very least, just take any sort of, wipe and just like keep that by your bedside and just wipe your face. I don't necessarily think you need to wash your face twice a day, but I do think it's really important to cleanse before bed.
Thank you. I kind of agree with the twice a day no, because I'm like less tugging on my face is what I do. Kara Gans has a Lancome Grandiose
That's another. Yes, if you like
that?
Prestige, Lancome is a great brand.
I love that. Okay, so I got the pet peeve. Then this is a personal question, which I could DM you about, but I like a good mist. Like, you know what? I don't know, like an anti-aging, which I hate that term, but like anti-aging mist or like, a glow mist. Do you subscribe to the mist world and have a favorite or not really?
Personally, I don't really use mists. But it does feel so luxurious. Like in Iceland has some really nice ones. So I like a mist almost like when I'm on vacation, and it's like, that's when I really like to indulge in it. But on my day-to-day, truly, I don't necessarily use a mist.
Yeah, Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl, that's where I got addicted to mist. Is like when I used to travel all the time and I would get so dry from the plane. I'm like, yeah, I know to drink water. But I'm always like, I would like a little mist. And I was like, girl, you looking good with that mist. So anyway, okay, fine. So we got your beauty pet peeve, your beauty tips for quarantine, favorite mascara. I asked about my mist that I wanted to know. Fine. I guess it's time to do pantry stuff. I really just love your beauty advice. So anyway, love it.
Thank you.
All right. So you're on the Pantry Party show. Here's how we usually do the lunch. Oh, what's one beauty ritual you would never leave home without doing? Okay, one more beauty question. Beauty ritual you would never leave home without.
My like morning ritual, no matter what, is that I always put my hydration serum on, no matter what. Like that is especially.
You have a favorite brand?
I do, but I'm just going to preface to say that I also work with the brand on the side. So this is not me trying to endorse it, but I truly love it because it's filled with hyaluronic acid and it's super moisturizing. So it's Rodan and Fields. It's their active hydration serum. So personally, that's my favorite. There's a lot out there. And if anybody wanted to try it, you can only get it through a rep like someone like me. You know that.
Yep. Well, and I think, you know, part of, like, I do a lot of reps of companies and stuff, and I only rep people and companies that I freaking love their stuff. So it's hard not to always want to talk about it, because it's not like you said, it's not like, oh, I'm doing this as a hustle. It's like, no, I actually work with them because I love their stuff. So it's good to hear. All right, so here's how the pantry party works. After I get to hear all of your beauty tips, now we say, is there any one ingredient that's in your house right now that's either about to go bad, or something that you really are either bored with or really want to use up, or something in your house that's a one ingredient jumping off point?
Okay, so I looked in my pantry and I have a couple options that I thought maybe I could share and then you could choose. What do you think?
Oh, perfect. I love it.
We have a ton of like almonds and cashews. So that was one. The others, we have a lot of lentils, which like, because we went crazy right before quarantine and just like stocked up on everything, but it's not like these kids are really eating the lentils. So, and then I have, again, we also, for some reason, I don't know why, I have like tons of chicken broth, but again, I'm like not making homemade soup. So, but those are like some things.
It's funny because this is, as we're getting weeks into, you know, the safe at home, everybody has the same stuff available. They're like, I don't know, when I went out to stock up, I bought lentils and beans, I bought broth, and I bought pasta, and that's all I have in the house right now. Okay, so Drizzle Kitchen is a gal pal bestie of mine, okay? That's her handle, at Drizzle Kitchen. She recently fell and broke her wrist and had to have surgery yesterday. Can you believe that? But she's on her Instagram Live right now giving great advice because she's a chef. And she said, how about Indian lentils with cumin cashew cream?
Wow. Okay, that sounds good to me.
I was like, well, maybe you could put the nuts together and snack on them.
But that sounds intimidating. I'm like, that sounds really fancy. Like, where would I'm intimidated just by hearing the name of that. How would I do it?
Actually, me too. I just about wet myself. I'm just saying.
But also, not to throw another kind of challenge at you, but because I have 3 kids that are, you know, maybe we can find something that potentially could be kid-friendly too.
Okay, this is bottom line, what has happened with the Pantry Party show. You are about episode, I feel like 24 or 5, okay? And basically every single time somebody comes on, I try and shove the same ideas over and over on everybody. Here's the deal though, I freaking love meatballs, so I want to make lentil meatballs all day long, every day of the week. Like, that's all I ever want to do.
Lentil meatballs?
Lentil meatballs. Like, what did he say? He said no. Is that what he said? No.
Sounds good to me. You said no, right? Sounds good to me.
Okay, let me ask you this. What did you buy? Drizzle Kitchen says yes. What about, did you get any wraps in your world? Because here's the other thing I try and shove on
have some
everybody.
wraps.
I try to shove this on everybody. I say, could you make it a quesadilla? Because I think you could take garbage food and make it a quesadilla, and then all of a sudden it tastes like magic. So,
can I open up my pantry for you right now?
oh yeah, let's see.
Okay, ready?
Pantry Party show.
Here
Let
we
me
go.
Ta-da! Drizzle Kitchen. Let's really work on this together. Simple stuff. Nothing that's gonna make me wet myself, like you just said.
Okay. So here's my pantry, and
Okay.
so I was saying, like, I have almonds.
Yep.
I have lentils. Well, yeah.
What is that? You like that, kid?
What'd you say?
What is that he was holding?
Oh, lollipops, which are for rewards.
Oh,
driving tools.
just so you know, this lip plumper that I put on is burning. It is not a good move. Okay.
You have to be careful of lip plumper.
Chicken broth. Okay. Drizzle Kitchen. What is that?
But that's Raisin Bran, but we eat a lot of that. But those are
here's the thing. What's his name again? I'm sorry, I forget.
What's your name?
Rex.
Okay, Rex, here's what I know. I'm liking your pantry party. Right now he's eating cereal and lollipops. I feel like that's A-okay, Rex. That's A-okay. Hey, is Rex your full name or is that a nickname?
Full.
I
Full
love
name.
that. That's so fun. That is so fun. Okay, so here's what I know. Of all of those ingredients, I'm not touching the broth because I don't want to do anything with broth. Okay. So then I think to myself, I got lentils and nuts to play with at this point. So then I think to myself, what have I ever done with lentils or nuts? Now with lentils, I've made meatballs. I've made, I turn them in, anything I would make with ground beef. So I have done like.
We do a lot of meat because we need protein because Rex has type 1 diabetes. So we need a lot of protein.
Yes. Drizzle Kitchen is with me. So basically, when I hear the word lentils, I translate that in my head, Rex, to this word. Here's what I translate it into. Ground beef. Anytime I hear lentils, I think it's ground beef. Because anything that you would use ground beef for, like making tacos, like making meatballs, like making meatloaf or whatever. Balance Babe is on and saying that she loves us both with 3 laser beams. So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you that we're amazing, I don't know what does. So do you have any like ground beef family favorite recipes that we could just swap in lentils? Because, you know, I am the world famous
a simple hamburger.
What did you just say?
Like a hamburger?
Well, like a hamburger, yeah. Or like something that is like you put ground beef into, like tacos. Okay. Or like even Drizzle Kitchen is saying enchiladas, which is true. Or meatballs. I can do any of that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes.
You guys don't eat tacos? You should eat tacos.
No, we'll do tacos.
Don't you think? Rex, get over here, man. Don't you enjoy tacos?
No.
Why? What's your favorite food?
Googly eyes.
No, what's your favorite food? She's asking.
I like that his answer was googly eyes.
Because we've been look at. Do you see what's on his forehead right now? This is what it's done to us. Okay.
Yes.
Googly eyes.
Well,
he's 4-eyed. He's literally a 4-eyed guy.
We can learn a lot from children. We can learn a lot from children. When in doubt, put googly eyes over your eyebrows. There you go.
But I like so mixing lentils into anything. So would they not necessarily taste it?
No, I mean, and the thing that why I think the translation is lentils equal ground beef to me is because it actually really looks like it. So like when you say you put taco seasoning, Rex, close your ears because he's gonna freak out if I say tacos. But the idea of like putting taco seasoning that you already use for beef, you would put it in the lentils. It looks like beef, and it actually, because it tastes like the taco seasoning, tastes like it.
Okay, so I'd be curious, how do I do this?
Okay, so the other thing, love you and Pantry Party. We're getting much love. Thank you for the love. Here's the other thing. So say you wanted to do burgers, okay?
Yeah.
We could do what's called the 50-50. Okay, so like I'm a big 50-50 rice person, 50% cauliflower rice, 50% regular brown rice. 50-50 pasta, where it's 50% like zoodles and 50% pasta. Well, so 50-50 burgers would be 50% lentils and then 50% regular ground beef.
Okay.
So you could lean into the burgers. We've got Drizzle Kitchen throwing out every Mexican idea of food that exists in the world. So she has thrown out tacos. She has then thrown out, so I threw out quesadillas and tacos. She said yes, also tacos. Then she said enchiladas, and then she's throwing around nachos. So basically think about any Mexican food that exists, and Drizzle Kitchen will start typing in the comments.
Wait, so would I be mixing meat with the lentils for the tacos as well? Is that what you're saying? You mix?
Yeah, so you could. So you have to make the lentils. Okay, are they dry or canned?
Dry, I think.
Okay. They're dry. Thanks, Rex, for chiming in. Okay, so you got to make them. All right. So make some. Don't make a ton. Make some. Okay. And then just consider that a 1950s meat extender, right? So just use your meat and everything that you would, but half of it. So if you usually would do like a ground beef spaghetti sauce, or you would do burgers, or you would do, meatballs or whatever, do regular beef and then half lentils. Mix it in there. Can't see it, can't taste it, but you'll get extra fiber for the lentils because roast beef.
That sounds like such a great idea. This is why I need you. I would have never thought about that. I love your 50-50.
Okay, so then so I have been I went back and I started naming all the episodes. So this name of this episode will be 50-50 ground beef? 50-50, or are you going to lean into one of these recipes?
How about lean into 50-50?
So 50-50 anything. It could be 50-50 anything.
Yeah.
But what's your hunch of if you're going to make dinner with 50% lentils and 50% ground beef, what would you actually make? Drizzle Kitchen is going to say nachos again.
Well, I know. We eat nachos with like tortilla chips and cheese and meat. No, the one that I know the easiest thing that they would eat is a hamburger.
Fine. Then we're doing 50.
Then what would you eat?
Yeah, Rex, you're going to eat that. You're going to love it. He's going to love it.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
like, no. If you could eat anything, Rex, in the whole world, what would it be?
Lollipop.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well, there you go. You know what? And at the end of the day, I'm not sure lentils will work with the lollipops, but you know what? I keep an open mind.
no, I'm going to try it with the hamburgers because I think that that's a good, simple, easy way.
Great cookies.
Yeah.
And cookies. There you go. If you have canned chickpeas around there,
I should, yes, because yes, I do. Because
Okay.
I found a recipe that sounded good and I never did it, so I do.
okay. Here's what I will say, because I also force this recipe on every single person that exists in the world. It is chickpea cookie dough, where because Rex only wants to live on cookies, this tastes like cookies because it's chickpeas blended up with some sort of nut or nut butter, right? Blended, and then you put chocolate chips in there. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm gonna link to our episode on YouTube. I'll link that chickpea cookie dough recipe because it could be something that Rex, that you do with your mom that would be bonding and loving, and then you would eat it up.
And you know what else about it, Rex? Guess what else? It's probably lower in carbs and better for your blood sugar.
What cookie are
So that's a great suggestion.
It's true, because it would have the only sugar would be of the chocolate chips, or it's, you know, I don't know if you guys use no sugar chocolate chips, but like that would be the only sugar.
Yeah. Okay. That's such a good suggestion. So now I have dinner and dessert. Thank you.
I love it. And Rex, I really want you to sort of peer pressure your mother to make that cookie dough because I think you'll love it. I think you'll freak out. Love it.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, I'll take a maybe any day. Hey, this has been so fun. How many kids do you have, by the way?
I have 3. 2 is my littlest, Hazel. She's 2 years old. And then I have a 6-year-old Jasper. And then I have Rex, who's 8. But the one thing that I just have to mention, you can get Hazel if you want. Can we talk about your jump roping?
Oh,
because
yeah,
that
you know
is
what?
Amazing and out of control.
You know what? I appreciate you bringing that up because I will tell you, it has been, without joking, like I was telling the instructor, her name is @get_roped. That's her handle. Every day at 5 p.m. Central Time, she does 10 minutes of an Instagram live of jump rope. And it makes me feel like a kid, right? It's very youthful and joyful and exciting. I get a little in my head, like competitive with myself of like, you know, you must do these twists and like this stuff. But in the end, it really is, it's fun, it's upbeat, it's like, you know, like I said, like youthful. And it's different than everybody who's doing fitness right now out there. They're doing like full 45-minute classes with like legit exercise. I'm like, I can't do that right now. Like I need something that is very lighthearted. So thank you for saying that because it's been like more mental than anything.
It's been cool. It's fun to watch you. I'm like thinking if I do that, I think as a mom of 3, it's hard to jump rope.
Well,
having 3 kids.
a lot of people are saying that they're buying special pants to be jumping rope. I had a couple of DMs that said, "Oh, you made jump rope look so fun." I had to order some things from CVS in order to do it, and I was like, "Well, there you go." I'm taking a few days break because I have been jumping with improper form. Too high, landing too hard, and not engaging my thighs. And when you do something repeatedly with poor form, you get sore. So I have sore knees right now. So I'm going to take a hiatus for 3 days, and then I will be back to it and see how it goes.
Great.
Thanks for bringing that up. So, hey, Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl, can you tell everybody, and mention the Nicole pics too, where they can get more of you and your awesome, realistic, fabulous beauty tips?
Okay, well, it's pretty much all on my Instagram, Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl. I'm really trying to put out content right now that is relevant, that's going to be helpful. And so I'm doing tutorials. I'm talking about products I'm personally using, tips, also those types of things. And then I did start this new series really because I feel like there's so much consumption right now. Like so many people on social media are suggesting to buy this and buy that, but I don't know who's really purchasing all this. The truth is that a lot of the stuff is being sent to the influencers, so they're not putting out the cash. And I was feeling a little bit down about that, and I really wanted to give back to people and bring added value, like I said. So I started Nick's Picks, which is a series I'm doing once a week, my top 5 picks of the week, and then I'm asking each brand to offer an exclusive discount on that product with the code BEAUTYGIRL. And so I'm like, and it's truly like awesome, amazing products that are relevant to right now, from hair care, makeup, kid makeup, skincare, hand sanitizers, like all kinds of categories, even like the perfect white tea that you'll live in right now. I just featured that yesterday.
Oh,
So
I want to go back a day. Yesterday's Nick Picks sounds like everything I love.
So it's still on my IG Live. So
okay.
That is there. And then I will always post on my IGTV the video with all the picks. So if you missed it live that day, you can always go back to my Instagram feed. And I'll also be posting it on my website, thebeautygirl.com. So some of the offers don't have an end date, but some of them are time sensitive. So just to keep that in mind.
I love it. Okay, so at Nicole Pearl Beauty Girl is where the hub of Instagram, where to get you. And I'm going to actually put this in my calendar. Thursdays, 3 p.m. Central Time, Nick's Picks series with all of these discounts and potential giveaways and all this fun stuff. So, okay, fine. I love you, girl. Thank you so much for participating in the Pantry Party Show. Rex, I hope you go and make that chickpea cookie dough with your mother for the whole family. And I hope you enjoy your 50-50 burgers.
We learned so much today. Thank you so much. And
love you.
Post the link so we can make that cookie dough.
Absolutely. Will do. Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. That was another very successful episode of the Pantry Party Show. I was worried we wouldn't be able to find a use for those lentils that the whole family would like, but we ended up doing it. And we ended up doing a 50-50 solution. So she's making lentils, and she's then pairing them with ground beef and making burgers. We threw a lot of ideas at her, and Rex, her son, shot them all down, except for the burgers. So I feel like he leaned into that. And then I appeased him and his love of cookies and all things lollipops by suggesting he make with his mama some chickpea cookie dough. So I will be posting all of this on my YouTube page. So it's Dawn Jackson Blattner is my YouTube page. This is Friday, so I just want to do a quick recap. That was the 24th pantry party that we've done. And I started on YouTube right here naming all of the episodes. So we have chicken salad episode, sheet pan stir fry episode, leftover episode, popover episode, lentil pasta episode, pasta puttanesca episode, a red bell pepper sauce, an eggadilla episode, a chickpea fritter episode, a chickpea salad. Everybody has chickpeas. A chickpea salad episode, a meatball bowl episode, pesto spaghetti squash episode, a turmeric pizza episode, hearts of palm pasta episode, celery juice, vegan Parmesan cheese, Spanish tapas, frozen fish and the best condiments ever, veggie mash, the chickpea cookie dough, which we talked about today, Italian tuna pasta, DIY chocolate bars. Come on, there are some amazing episodes. So please check out all of these past episodes and these miraculous, miracle, magical guests on YouTube at Dawn Jackson Blattner. And I have all next week booked out for more Pantry Party episodes. Some crazy cool gal pals of mine and sort of girl crushes that I have are going to be on all next week. So I'm very excited for you to have a beautiful, glorious weekend, being safe at home, and make sure that you put in your calendar noon Central Time all next week, the Pantry Party Show with your host at DJ Blattner. So until next week, sending you high immunity vibes, big love, and lots of kisses.